So I started training like at 12 years old for Taekwondo and for other martial arts. And I trusted my coaching. I trusted my family taking me there, but it didn't turn out so well. It took years for me to expose that I had been in an abusive ring. Anyway, years of training, years of dedication, two jobs and training for the Olympics and as a security officer and working auxiliary and wanting to do homicide with the police force. I let go of that to take over the martial arts, but I extended too much trust and I didn't have enough knowledge. And I gave too much of myself to something that I really needed to pull back from. The accident that I think I have experienced was I got myself in too deep into the Olympic training and I didn't have enough stability in my mind to pull out at the right time, the right place. I was a woman in a man's world at that time. There was a lot of gender problems going on, starting to flare up around that time. But at the same time, my dedication overrode my logic, and I ended up in a criminal trial for under 11 years, the longest historical trial in Canada, to challenge my coaching in Canada and USA, training for the Olympics for both Canada and the Taekwondo team for USA. A lot of years of experience, but no matter what has happened, I still honor myself and I'm grateful I challenged people and stood up for myself too. Today, I use Qigong to calm myself, to deal with the PTSD, to work through things as a mom with 4 kids. And the best experience is having it in the privacy of my own home. I don't have to go in public anymore and venture out. I feel safe online with Philip. I feel this
Mhm.
is where I am to be now. So
Yeah.
this is kind of like the blessing from the fall.
Yeah, that's,
Some
I
of
think
us
is
call
another important experience, is that you have some incident, you had a stroke, whatever that cause you have a paralyzed your heart, your body. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, actually, we just finished up an MRI to look at the stroke that I had. The stroke that I had was in 2004, October the 2nd. I had a mass lesion explode behind my heart, kind of on the upper T section. It's about 4 to 5 inches of that barrier in the spinal cord, central nervous system. And
Mhm.
they found a fractured neck at C5. The actual complication was so bad that they had to diagnose me with acute transverse myelitis, which means it's kind of like a stroke of the cord, but with no diagnosis. So I've only been diagnosed with ATM, and that means undiagnosed, literally with no understanding. But the good news is I've survived this heavy stroke. I've survived the fractured neck, which is healed, and the stroke has progressed to get better gradually over 18 years. So the amazing thing is I now feel that I'm going up, 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 up with the neurology. I'm not going down, nosediving this.
Mhm.
And so I may, as long as I continue my good, healthy lifestyle, I may never stroke again. So I have to continue to be positive to continue to go
Mhm.
on with the stroke.
Yeah, but after stroke, I know that you have the paralyzed. Your body is paralyzed, right? What happened
Yeah.
about those paralyzed?
Yeah. So some of this is a lot of detail, but I'm gonna share it. I ended up stroking from the left side of my arm down the right side leg of my body. It took out all my limbs, though I was paralyzed from the neck down. I ended up losing bladder control, bowel control. My organs had been shooken up really bad under paralysis. I was paralyzed in all those regions, especially the thoracic to the torso, all down the legs,
Mhm.
the buttocks, thighs, feet. And the paralysis was so severe that they wanted me hospitalized from 3 months to 18 months, but I left after 3 months because I had 3 little children beneath the age of 5.
Mhm. Mhm.
So rehabilitation didn't cut it. Nothing was going well, but I ended up understanding to sustain such a bad injury, I was going to
Mhm.
be going down a very complicated road for healing. So there was a lot of nursing care, a lot of public supportive services that had to step up for a while. But
Mhm.
gradually, I started getting better. from power chair to wheelchair to walker to high walker to low walker to KFOs, low KFOs, high KFOs, canes, every type of barrier I had to overcome. And it's been years, and now I've graduated into a knee brace, and I'm off to rehabilitation at MVMT.
That's wonderful. That's a wonderful story.